Hello everybody, welcome to this week's Tyler Talks. Ta-da! So what happens when we start to fast is essentially our body starts to go into a process called ketosis. You know, when we're eating a lot of foods, we have a lot of stored energy and a lot of different things. And as soon as we stop, eating a lot of calories, our body starts to change its method of energy. And essentially it goes to ketosis, which is breaking down the fat cells within the body. So typically within the first day of a fast, our body's still running on a lot of glucose or glycogen that's stored in the liver, and that will last typically 2 to 3 days. And depending on your metabolism, within 2 or 3 days, your body's going to switch into burning its own fat. And when it's burning fat at a fast rate, that's when your body's releasing stem cells and your body really starts to heal in a profound way. So fasting even one day does a lot of amazing, brilliant things. It stimulates the brain. Different neurons within the brain start to fire. It gives your digestive system a break and time to kind of reset and catch up. Gives your body a chance to detox. So each day you go further, you're essentially pushing the amount of detoxification that the body can get rid of. You need to realize that for years and years and years of constantly eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, there's been a lot of stored proteins, a lot of stored toxins and things from different whole foods, different processed foods, even some whole foods that have pesticides and herbicides and things like that, but a lot of dead foods as well. So every day of a fast, essentially you're allowing your body to clean out a little bit more. Now your body's organs literally go from a process of digestion, which is digesting food, into a process of detoxification. Now your organs literally can say, okay, we have some time now, we don't have to be digesting all this plant matter and all these different things. Let's go ahead and start to detox. And juices can help with this process of detoxification and give your body the energy it needs also to help detox and clean different things out. So if you've seen Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead by Joe Cross, this was a guy that was fat, sick, and nearly dead and decided to go 60 days on just juices. So I'd say most people, I've experienced many people going 30 to 60 days on juices and absolutely thriving during that process. But if it's your first time and you're not doing it for serious chronic disease or sickness, you might try 7 days. And I would say to take it in stints of 7. Try a 7-day juice fast. If you feel great at the end of 7 days, maybe shoot for 14 days. If you feel great at the end of 14, go for 21. And each 7-day process that you go through is compounding the effects of things that are happening within your body. Now we know, you can watch Eat, Fast, and Live Longer, that when you go past 2 or 3 days of fasting, your brain literally starts to fire new neural networks all through the brain, and your brain literally grows. You become more intelligent. And this is probably why people like Gandhi, Pythagoras, Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Leonardo da Vinci, and others in the ancient past especially were so brilliant, and why their name lasted throughout, millennia essentially, is because they went and they fasted and they pushed the limits of the human experience, and they were divinely connected. But their brains and everything were growing through this process of fasting. So when it comes down to it, essentially, fasting is giving you the ability to physically heal. It's putting you, I believe, in what's called a divine connection. If you look at every religion for thousands of years, every religion on the planet basically promotes a level of fasting just to truly go inward and get to know thyself. They say that the kingdom of heaven is found within. When you fast, you give yourself the time and the space. You're not constantly inundating yourself with foods, and you really open up to who you truly are and discover some beautiful things. So it's not just about healing, but through the process of fasting, you're also going to be really healing the digestive system. You're going to be autolyzing very specific proteins that exist within the body. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of people have polyps in the colon. They might have tumors. They might have cysts or abscesses. They potentially have viruses. All of these things are made of proteins. And when our body is lacking a certain level of protein when we're fasting, it will literally go through a process called autolysis. And you can look up autolysis of tumors. Dr. Herbert M. Shelton did a lot of research into this and found that when you're fasting, your body deconstructs tumors, deconstructs viruses, rips them apart, and uses those essential amino acids to rebuild the body for our natural metabolism. This is one of the biggest breakthroughs in all of history. The fact that we can heal ourselves of chronic disease and during that process use that to build clean, lean muscle mass. And the body will not burn lean muscle mass or clean tissue until the very last process. And you'll really know when you get there because things would become detrimental, and I don't recommend going that far. So good luck with your fasting, look into it, do your research, and we'll talk to you soon.